it's Mia. Welcome to a new reading vlog, a new reading week. Let's go get a cup of tea. Good afternoon. So that was a really bad tea montage that I inserted, if I inserted it. But I am drinking in the castle. It's Monday afternoon. It's about 1:45. Both kids are in bed. Fingers crossed they actually nap. And I wanted to start my reading vlog. Okay, so to start this reading vlog up, here's a reading update for you. I am reading Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Neuvel. I started this on Sunday, so yesterday. I'm on page 62. I don't really have a lot to say about it at this time because I'm still so early in, but I'm very intrigued. It's an interesting concept, so I'll be curious to see if it like lives up to, I don't even know. I didn't even have any expectations because I didn't even remember. I didn't know anything about this book going in, so I had no expectations. So it works out well. I have really big reading plans for this week. I want to start, well, I've already started, but I want to finish Sleeping Giants, and I would like to try to start and finish A Murder in Time. We'll see. That one's a big book, so I don't know if that's feasible, but I'd like to because I think, again, fingers crossed, I think my Barnes & Noble #book haul order should be coming in this week. I don't know. Last time I saw anything, it had left Chicago and it was like in transit. I'm fully prepared for it not to be here this week and for it to be here next week. But if it's here this week, I want to be able to jump right in to the book club picks for this month. I have 2 book club picks that I have to read in March and a third that I would like to try, but I'm not like stressing if I don't get to it, if that makes sense. And then I have a whole bunch of other books that I just purchased from Barnes & Noble. So yeah, it's the start of March and I've made ambitious plans for the month of March for reading. So yeah, that's my reading update for now. I'm gonna get some reading done now and I will check in with you guys probably tomorrow. Good afternoon and happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday afternoon. We have had one heck of a morning with playgroup and grocery shopping and all of the things that had to be done just to get us through the rest of this week. But it is now Tuesday afternoon and I am getting ready to settle in and do some reading. Now I have some pretty ambitious reading plans for this afternoon and evening. Do I know if they are going to happen? Do I think they're gonna happen? I sure hope so. But I don't really have anything else on my plate this afternoon in terms of things to do, so I figured might as well spend an afternoon reading. I've got a little setup that I'll pan and show you of like everything that I'm gonna need for the afternoon, including the books that I'm going to read. So I want to finish Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Neuvel. I'm currently on page 154, so it's almost halfway through. I'm reading through this actually really quickly. I think my only complaint about it at this time is I feel like we were kind of dropped into just the middle of something. Like there's no cohesive beginning to it, if that makes sense, which might be just a ploy that this author is using to do it because I enjoy it. I liked it, but there really isn't like a cohesive start. It gives you a little backstory, like 2 pages of backstory, so not even a lot of backstory, and then all of a sudden you're just like boom in this situation. So I'm really enjoying this, and I might even take a look to see if the second book is available at my library, because I'm really actually liking this despite being like dropped into the middle. It's working for the story basically, but it's still a little bothersome. And then once I finish that, which I'm determined Like, I wish I could tell you how determined I am to finish this afternoon. I want to start A Murder in Time by Julie McElwain. This one is a rather long one. It's almost 500 pages. And I want to get through this before I get my book haul order. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I don't know if it's going to be one of those things where I have to like put it down to pick up the book club reads picks or what. We'll just wait and see what happens. I'm hoping that my Barnes & Noble #book haul order will be here this week. So that's, I mean, that might put a little hink in everything that I've planned, but that's where I'm at. And I will update you as I go along or tomorrow morning. So it's a couple hours later. I have not finished Sleeping Giants yet. It's like 6 o'clock. I have 60 more pages to go, so I'm definitely finishing this bad boy tonight. Like, it's gonna happen, but I am not coming on here for that. I'm coming on here because I got my first piece of book mail while we're here in Germany. My first piece. I'm so excited. Let me tear into this bad boy. I ordered this from Amazon, so I know what it is. But I ordered it 2 weeks ago, I think. So this isn't my big order, but it's one I'm still very excited about, and it is Hillbilly Elegy by J.D. Vance. Now, I heard a lot about this, and I've been eyeing this for a little while, and I wanted to measure like our shipping speeds between Amazon and Barnes & Noble to see which one would be like a better, just overall in the future, buy from for books. And so I figured no better time like the present to pick this bad boy up. I read a lot more memoirs last year than I did in years prior, and it's really been a genre that I've been like reaching for more and more and more. Educated tore me up, so I don't know like how soon I'll be able to get to this, but I definitely want to. Memoirs have been a genre that I've just been picking for more and more and more, so I'm glad to have this one. If you do know of any other good memoirs, please, please, please let me know, because I'd love to read some more of them. Good afternoon and happy Wednesday. So I finished Sleeping Giants last night at like bedtime, because I really hadn't gotten the reading that I wanted to get done early on in the day. So I finished it at like bedtime. I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. Now let me tell you, that epilogue cliffhanger nonsense pissed me off. I struggled. So I didn't really have like a lot of thoughts about Sleeping Giants as I was reading it. I just kept reading and reading and reading and reading and reading, and I was like going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the story, but I honestly didn't really know how I felt about it until the epilogue. And then I was like, what the heck just happened? And I need to get the next book. So I'm going to be checking our library to see if they have the next book in the series. So anyway, but that's like for a later date because I have so many books that I need to read before then. It's crazy. Currently I'm started A Murder in Time by Julie McElwain. I am about 36 pages in. I've just started this. I'm intrigued. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it, to be completely honest, but I'm still only 36 pages in, so I've got plenty of time to either fall in love with it, to DNF it, to hate read it, to whatever. So yeah, we'll just see how that goes. And that's my update for you. It's Thursday afternoon. We took a little bit of a walk today. I took you guys along with me, so you'll have seen our little walk. It was just a really pretty start to our day, and I wanted to take advantage of that. Plus the kids need to get out and run around anyway. But it was a really, really pretty morning. And then we got an afternoon rainstorm, like a midday, early afternoon and late afternoon rainstorm, which is glorious. And I read through the entire rainstorm, so that was nice. Reading update for you before we get into the exciting stuff. I'm on page 138 of A Murder, there we go, A Murder in Time. And this book is surprising me. So I made it, like, I read 100 pages last night after only reading for probably a couple hours total in the entire day. And this, let me preface this. This book is 500 pages long. So I was like, man, this is gonna take me a while to get through. And then, like I said, I made it 100 pages last night in a very short-ish span of time. So I'm surprised. I'm also really, really, really enjoying it. It's hard not to compare the time travel elements because it kind of echoes Outlander's time travel elements in a tiny way. Like, it's hard not to compare the two because they are both very similar in that, but vastly different. Like, their books are nothing alike or whatever. The only element that is similar is time travel, and with it being like a young woman doing the time traveling, so that's kind of where that comes in. So it's interesting to see how two different authors approach time travel in a vaguely similar way but vastly different way. I don't know, maybe it's just because I read Outlander a couple years ago, so it's still like time travel wise fresh in my mind. So that was interesting. We've just gotten to the part where the mystery starts for her, so I'm interested. I'm also curious as to how long this is really going to take me to read. If I read 100 pages in like just a couple hours, I've only read for like an hour this afternoon and I've already read almost 40 pages. So I feel like this is going to be quick, but not quick. We'll see. I thought it was going to be denser than it is, but it's not really dense. And then when I put this down, my husband had come home with, oh, these are heavy, hold on, some packages. This is my Barnes & Noble #book haul order. It came in, which kudos to Barnes & Noble because it only took these a week to get from there to our address in Germany. So that's a plus. Did better than Amazon does, so I know who my book supplier is going to be. I'm going to do, before you'll see this reading vlog, you'll have seen a whole blog post about all of the books that I've gotten recently. I'll link that down below for you if you haven't seen it. And I go into a little bit more detail about all these. Let me move all of the little hanky-panky little things out of the way, and let's get into all the books that I ordered. The first one that I picked up is Standard Deviation by Katherine Heiny. This is a book for a book club that I've recently become a part of, and it's basically a family drama. Basically, from my understanding, and I just said basically like 5 times in a sentence, so that's good. My understanding is that this man was married first, divorced his first wife to marry his girlfriend, because you know, that's how all good family drama starts, right? And then his second wife and his first wife become friends. Yeah, I mean, the next book that I picked up is The Secret Keeper by Kate Morton. Giving Kate Morton numerous attempts. I hope this one is like my keen one. The Clockmaker's Daughter was like okay. And the other one that I read, The Forgotten Garden, I think. I'd have to look that up, so don't take my word for it. This one struck my fancy though. It's about a woman that witnesses a crime as a young girl, and they're coming all back together. Her family is. So Sounds interesting to me, at least. The next book that I picked up is Once Upon a River by Diane Setterfield. This is the Cozy Bookshop Reads book pick for the month of March. And I'm just super excited to get into this book. To be completely honest, I read The 13th Tale and I really enjoyed that one. And this one, I'm not quite sure what it is. Once Upon a River is a glorious tapestry of a book that combines folklore and science, magic and myth, suspenseful, romantic, and richly atmospheric. This novel will sweep readers away on a powerful current of storytelling, transporting them through worlds both real and imagined. I just really love her writing. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm looking forward to diving into this one as soon as I finish A Murder in Time. The next book that I picked up is The Light Over London. This one I stumbled on as a historical World War II fiction novel, and that's really all I know about it. Gotta love that, right? But I saw this if you liked a couple of the other World War II fiction novels, and this was on the list, so might as well pick that up. The next book to come out is just a random one. This is The Cozy Minimalist Home, More Style, Less Stuff by Dylan Smith, The Nester. This was just in their hashtag book haul sale, and it just looked really interesting. I would like to have a cozy, semi-minimalistic home. I would like that. Will that happen? Probably not, but I picked this book up because it looked good. And every once in a while, a good lifestyle book is good. I've got two more. This one is The Commandant's Girl. Again, a World War II fiction about a girl who's living a double life. There we go. Girl living a double life. I'm doing a horrible job describing these books. I'm sorry. Most of these were like, that sounds interesting, bye. That sounds interesting, bye. That sounds interesting, bye. They were all in the book haul sale, so there you go. I can't ask for more than that. And the final book I picked up is The Whispered Word by Ellery Adams, which is the second story in the Secret Book and Scone Society. And I really enjoyed the first one. So I picked up the second one when I saw it on sale. Why not? So yeah, that is the end of my books that I picked up from the book haul. I did pick up one other item. I don't know if you guys really want to see like the non-book item that I picked up. Picked up just a Bluetooth wireless speaker. I've been wanting to get one of these for our office. When we do have an office, I wanted to get a better speaker situation set up, and again, I saw this bad boy on sale for like 75% off, so I picked it up. And yeah, that's the end of my book haul. That's the end of my reading vlog update, and I will chat with you guys when I have something to tell you about the book I'm reading. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I am exhausted. I didn't update you guys yesterday because, to be completely honest, it was not a good day, and I didn't really feel like talking to a camera. I just kind of felt like decompressing and having quiet time. So didn't do any updating. Sorry about that. I'm still reading A Murder in Time by Julie McElwain. I'm on 274. If I'm being honest, this book has some problems. I'm trying to reserve judgment over the book as a whole until I get to the end of it, because I do still think it has potential, but you pretty much have to suspend everything that you know and think about the time period in order for it to work out. So there's that, and it's also a smidge dramatic, like so dramatic. So there's that too. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm trying to finish this before the week is over so I can start another book, because part of me is just kind of over this one, and part of me just really wants to read Once Upon a River. Today is Saturday. We are going to go take a train ride. We just wanted to get familiar with the train system out here, so we aren't going far. We're just going to a city that's nearby that has like a major train depot. So one of our local towns, we're gonna hop on a train and go to the big city and go explore some things that we have not seen there. The one big thing that I really want to do there, we can't go do today, so that kind of stinks. But yeah, that's what we're doing. I'll take you guys along with me. Should be fun. I'm really tired. And those are my kids. Good afternoon and happy Sunday. I am a little bit less tired today, but not a lot. I actually had coffee this morning, which is saying a lot for my current state of mind. Figured I would come on here, talk about yesterday, talk about today, and then wrap up the reading vlog. So there's our little step-by-step for you. I'm sorry I did not come on here yesterday evening and like kind of talk about what we did yesterday and what all you saw. We did not sleep pretty much like Saturday night, Friday, we didn't sleep Friday night pretty much. The boys just had a really rough night. I was up late reading and then the boys had a really bad night and it was just a mess. So when we got home Saturday afternoon, we pretty much just crashed. We sat on the couch and I don't think we moved until it was bedtime, and then we got into bed and didn't move. So basically what we did yesterday is we did like what we would consider like a close to home day, I guess, and just a really chill like day. I don't really know how much footage I got. I haven't started editing yet, so I don't know how much there is, but it was really rainy, so I didn't really pull out my camera all that much. And we weren't really doing anything like super exciting. We went to the cathedral. That was gorgeous. Like very impressive. We rode the train because we wanted to get an idea of what the train system is like here. So we took the train, which was really fun. The boys had a lot of fun doing that. And then we just walked around. We did a little shopping. I bought a book and a book bag, and we bought clothes and all that good stuff. It wasn't like super exciting, but it was, if that makes sense. It was just nice to get out and walk around. It's always fun to just walk cobblestone lined streets and just pop into little shops and see the people and eat at the cafes and all of that good stuff. So it's always really fun. I just heard a horse. Now I know like our neighbors have like chickens and there's alpacas, but I'm hearing a horse. I don't know. That would be really cool if they had a horse though. The book that I did end up picking up though is A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. I've heard so much about this, and like so much, and the bookstore that I went to had a little selection of English books, or books that were in English, but they're the European covers. So I went ahead and just picked this up. Like I said, I've heard so much about this, and it's been on my list for a while, and I just figured why not, you know. And then I got a book bag that I can't show you because it's actually full of stuff right now, but it says Happy Book Day on it. And yeah, that's what we did. Let's talk about reading, because this is already going on for far too long. I am still reading A Murder in Time. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you my thoughts. I think I'm gonna finish it tonight. I am on page 357. There's like maybe right around 500 pages in this, so I think I'm gonna finish it this evening, this afternoon, this evening. Like, it's my goal to finish it tonight. I'm not gonna come back on here and tell you guys my final thoughts. I'll do that tomorrow morning, so like next week's reading vlog. Sorry about that, but I'm probably gonna finish it at like 11 o'clock at night, so you're not really gonna get a good update from me anyway, or even probably a coherent one. But I'm gonna tell you my thoughts of it as they stand now, because I don't think they're gonna change, just to be completely honest with you. The mystery is average, maybe a slight bit above average. Everything else is absolute crap. The romance was heavily predictable and really annoying. You have to throw all of your like sense of what you know of the time period, you have to throw that out the window. The writing is average, but she does a thing right now, and I don't know if she's done it, if this author has done it from like, yeah, no, she's done it since pretty much the beginning. I just looked at one, randomly fell open to that, where at the end of every chapter, or at the end of every like plot moment, she goes, if only she knew, or she planned on it. Like the little like melodrama sentences to like keep you invested, but it's just really annoying. That is at the end of like every chapter. It's not necessary. I am totally okay with it every once in a while in a story. I think it's a good device when it's used sparingly, not at the end of every chapter. So that's my thoughts. I think I'm gonna probably end up giving this a 3 out of 5 stars, probably only for the mystery, depending on how the mystery ends. Right now I'm sitting around a 2.5, 3-star rating, which is kind of a bummer because I had really high hopes. I like seeing like her viewpoint of the time. She's a very progressive, like feminist almost. I hate to label it, she's not really a feminist, but she's very like, she's showing those ideals, but it's just kind of lost. It's all just lost in the sauce. And yeah, that's kind of my reading update and my reading week. I don't feel like it was the most exciting of weeks, but some weeks are like that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you next week.